Hirana Kali Potokurshi Himoto Hiranaya Tokurani Kimaya Takali Mohotaya Vishitanya Kali Mota Hashaka Hirokomati Hariamukode Ishtaya Mukupara Karanda Krusha Hyarata. I am here. I am awake. I'm aware. I'm truthful. I am loving. I am kind. I am generous, right? I am feeling the essence of me within me now. I am generating peace. I am generating love. I am generating joy. I am generating the truth of all things within my own being. Allowing myself to feel the essence of all things, allowing myself to be the essence of all things, allowing myself to understand that my essence is the essence of all things, allowing myself to feel God's grace within me as the grace of all things. And now we walk in the world as we wonder how we are in the world, as we wonder how we're perceived and what we're perceiving in the world, and we wonder what we're doing and how we're doing it, and what things are making us, what they're making us, and what things are doing to us or how us or with us, right? How are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing? So where is the why? Where is the what? Where is the how? How are we aspecting ourselves into consciousness as that divine bliss that we want to be? What is the divine bliss that we are seeking within our true beingness? What is the divine bliss that we are seeking within our true essence? What is the divine bliss that we know is us, as us, the truth of all things? What have we seen in God's grace now, today? What have we seen in God's grace as we're walking through the world in divinity and peace? What have we seen in God's grace as we're allowing that energy to come through us, right? Come through us, come through us, come through us, allowing us to be who we are, allowing us to see what we want to see, allowing us to experience the experiences of God's love, God's grace, and God's truth within all things, and we aspect ourselves out into consciousness as that grace now. What is it you are wanting in a relationship? What is it you are wanting in a relationship? What does a relationship constitute in the world? What does a relationship constitute in you? Does a relationship give you essence? Does a relationship give you divinity? Does a relationship give you the things that you are needing and wanting on this earth plane? Does a relationship allow you to aspect yourself into consciousness in a certain way, into things that you are wanting to see, things that you are wanting to do, and things that you are wanting to experience? Does a relationship allow you to be who you truly are on this earth plane? What is a relationship? What is a relationship? How do we relate with other people in this world? How do we relate to the things we're wanting and the things we're doing in this world? What is a relationship? Are we divinely guided by God's grace in a relationship so that all things can be seen as divine and loving and kind and truthful and peaceful? What is a relationship? When we relate with another being, are we allowing ourselves to be that divine consciousness that we are already? When we relate with another being, are we allowing ourselves to see God's grace within everyone and everything around us? When we are relating with our divine partner of love and light consciousness, are we allowing ourselves to expect divinity to come through us as us in everything that we are doing? Do we know that God's grace is the true essence of all things? Do we know that God's grace has already come through us as us, and it is expecting miracles to take place on this earth plane? Do we know that God's grace, is the essence, is the truth of all things? Do we know that as we seek God's grace within our own beings, that seeking allows us to see God's grace in everything and everyone around us? Do we know that as we relate to the beings in our experience, in our life, that we are relating to our own true selves in our own divine beings? So if we're looking for some sort of a relationship with a divine lover on this earth plane, what is it that we are seeking within our own true being? What is it that we are seeking within our own true self? What is it that we are seeking within ourself, within the world, within the consciousness of all things? Do we relate to other beings as we relate to our own true being? Do we relate to other beings as we relate to our own true self? Is the consciousness of all things allowing us to see ourselves as the divine being of love and light consciousness that we've come here to be? And as we aspect ourselves into the grace of all things, what is that other being that we are seeking? Are we seeking a being of divine love and light consciousness to aspect themselves into ourselves as we aspect ourselves into themselves, and we become the grace of all things as togetherness becomes oneness and peace and love and joy and truth and humanity? We are the essence of grace, and we aspect ourselves into the consciousness of all things. So let's allow a lover, a divine partner, a divine essence of divinity to be our true task now on this earth plane. What is it that we are wanting? What is it that we are seeking within our own being as we look for a divine lover within our own true selves, within our own divine meaning of light and love? What is it that we are seeking as we're allowing that divine lover to be who we truly are already? What is it that we are seeking as we are allowing that divine consciousness of light, who is the true beingness of our own true being, to be aspected into consciousness as another being around us in our conscious gracious truth, right? Do we allow that being to expect us to be divine? Do we allow that being to expect us to be true to consciousness in everything we're doing? Do we allow that being to be the essence of who we are now, in grace, in truth, in peace? What do we want? What are we wanting? What is this divinity that we are seeking? What is this truth that we are asking for? What is this aspect of oneness that we are peacefully relating to? What is this relationship that we're wanting? Is it a divine union of consciousness and peace and truth and love? Is it a divine union that asks us to be the fullest self that we can be now? Is it a divine union that provides for us the stability of God's grace within everything and everyone we're seeking? What is it that we are doing? What is it that we are consciously aware of? What is it that we are consciously seeking within this other being? So another being has come to us as the grace of all things. Another being has come to us as the consciousness that dwells within us as us. Another being has come to us as the graciousness that will become us, as us, in us. Pure truth, pure divinity, pure love, pure light, pure understanding, pure essence. What is the divinity of all things that comes through you as you? You are the graciousness, you are the kindness, you are the love, you are the feeling quality of generations and generations of understanding God's grace within you now. Have you come to see yourself as the divine one that you are already? And in that seeing yourself of the divine one that you are already, do you know that your truth lies within yourself as yourself? And only in that space of truth, of oneness and of peace, can you find another being who will accept you as the divine being of truth, love, and light and divinity that you are already. Only in that space of truth, love, light, joy, and peace can you find that divine union you are seeking on this earth plane. Only in that place of divine love, light, joy, peace, and truth will you know your divinity as the divinity of all things. And in the seeking, in the conscious relationship, we allow ourselves to feel everything that's happening within our being as we allow ourselves to open up to the consciousness within all things. We are seeking the relationship of our dreams, right? We are seeking the relationship that will allow us to grow into the divine essence of our true being. We are seeking the relationship that will allow us to understand our true divinity in all things. We are seeking the relationship that will allow us to understand ourselves as the true beingness of grace, of God's grace, of of God's truth, of God's love, of God's divinity. Seek yourself within yourself. Know yourself within yourself. Become yourself within yourself. Allow yourself to see God's grace flowing through you into the other being that you're seeking. Allow yourself to see yourself as the grace of God's consciousness flowing through you into the grace of all things, aspecting itself into the consciousness of all things, allowing that other person to be in your life now, allowing that other person to experience you now, allowing that other person to accept you now into their own experience of grace, into their own experience of peace, into their own experience of love, into their own experience of joy, into their own experience of understanding God's grace within them as all things. We've come into this earth plane to experience life as the divinity of all things. We've come into this earth to experience life as the openness of divinity that seeks us, that knows us, that opens us, that consciously is aware of us. So when we are in a relationship with another being and we are consciously sharing that love with another being, and we're consciously evoking that energy of consciousness within that other being, and we're consciously awake and aware of our conscious self as the self of all things, and we are allowing that other being to be truly who that being is on this earth plane, and we are allowing that other being to know themselves as the grace of all things. It's consciousness that comes through us as us. It's consciousness that allows us to see and seek the divinity within all things. It's consciousness that graciously allows us to become the truth that we are already. I am the divinity in all things. I am the peace. I am the truth. I know myself as divine. I've seen myself as aspecting myself into consciousness as the grace of all things. There is nothing that could come between me and that grace, so I accept my partner now. I accept my partner now into my beingness, into my love, into my light, into my dwelling place of divine grace. I accept my partner now. I allow that person to be a part of me as I accept myself as the divine being of love and light consciousness that I am seeking within another being. I accept myself as I am already. I accept myself as the divine consciousness within me. I accept myself as the divine consciousness that sees all things perfectly and purely. I accept myself as the divine consciousness and aspect myself into the consciousness as the grace of this other being coming to me now. I'm allowing this being to come into my life. I'm allowing to see this being of divine love and light in my experience of joy and peace. I'm allowing the essence of all things to be gracefully given to me in the essence of all things now. I only seek for my own beingness, for my own dwelling place within me. I only seek for the beingness of all things within my own dwelling place of peace. I only seek within me, and as I seek within me, I see that things become an outward manifestation of my own desires within my own being. And as I seek within me, I seek this partner, this divinity, this truth, this love, this joy, this seeking within my own being. I am allowing this partner to gracefully, graciously give me everything that I am preceding myself with on this earth plane. I am allowing this partner to give me everything that I am wanting to be, wanting to feel. I am the desire of God's grace, and the desire of God's grace is manifesting from within my own being, and from within my own being, this partner is emerging as a truth, as a consciousness, as a grace, as a peace. From within my own being, this partner is emerging as someone I've seen already, someone I've already known, someone I've already experienced, someone I've already felt. I'm feeling this partner within my own being now. I'm feeling the emergence of a new dream, of a new experience, of a new productive period in my life. I'm feeling the emergence of this partner coming from me, within me, all around me. I know that this partner is mine. I know that this partner is within me. I know that we've seen each other, we've felt each other, we've known each other, we've experienced each other. I know that the essence within me is the essence of all things, and I gracefully receive now. I gracefully accept now, and I gracefully allow everything that is mine already to be a part of my being. I allow this being to be a part of me as I allow myself to become the energy of one. I allow this being to become a part of me as I allow this energy that is within me to be the energy of everything that I've seen already. I am emerging as a graceful divine being of love and light consciousness. I am emerging as a graceful divine being of love and light truth. I am emerging as a graceful being of the one that I have come here to be. I know myself as that truth. I know myself as that seeking. I know myself as that divinity. I allow myself to be who I am already in peace, grace, truth, and love and understanding. With this in your mind, with this in your truth, with this in your consciousness, we allow this graceful divinity to accept us as us within the peace of all things, this divine being that you're seeking. This divine being that you're seeking is within you now. This divine being that you're seeking is within your energy of grace. This divine being that you're seeking is pulling you out from your own being into the beingness of all things. This divine being that you're seeking is putting you in the place of love, because the place of love is the place of everything. Everything that ever was and everything that will ever be is the place of love that we are seeking. So we look within ourselves, we find that love, we find that divinity, we find that truth, we find that knowingness. We accept that love and that divinity and that truth and that knowingness within us. And as we seek that within our own being, we know that the consciousness within all things is the consciousness that allows us to seek our own divine beloved on this earth plane. I'm seeking you, my beloved, within my own being. I'm seeking you, my beloved, within my own self. I'm seeking you, my beloved, within my own truth. I'm seeking you, my beloved, within my own divinity. And I am seeking you, my beloved, within my own essence of truth now. I seek you within my own being because you are the essence of all things. I seek you within my own being because you are the truth that I've known already. I seek you within my own being because you are not separate from me. You never have been and you never will be. I seek you from within me because I know you already. I know I've seen you in the consciousness and the grace and the truth of all things. I know I've felt you in my heart space. I know I've seen you seeking me as I'm seeking you within this earth plane. I know that we have dealt with each other in other planes of existence. I know that we've felt each other's fears, each other's anxieties, each other's love, each other's graces, each other's truth. I know that we've felt the energies of each other running through each other in every moment of every day. I know that we've known each other already. I know that we've seen each other in other planes of existence and other spheres of experience. I know that we've already known each other. And I know that as we seek each other within our own beings, that we are seeking the higher consciousness of all things. I know that we are seeking each other within our own beings now. I know that we are seeking each other within the consciousness of grace within our own beings now. I know that I accept you as my own. I know that you accept me as your own. I know that we've already seen each other in the space of grace. I know that we've already consciously understood each other in the space of understanding and truth. I know that we've already given everything to each other that we have to give, because we are everything that ever was and ever will be. I know that we consciously conceive of each other in the depth and the divinity, in the truth of our own beings. And I know that we seek each other within that truth. And I know that as we aspect ourselves into consciousness as the grace of all things, this truth is running through us, in us, as the oneness that we seek. We seek the oneness within all things, and we seek the oneness within our divine union. That is coming now. We feel it coming towards us. We feel it aspecting into consciousness as the truth of all things. We feel the grace of God's consciousness running through us as us. We are one being. We always have been, we always will be. There is no separation between us or anything or anyone on this earth plane. We seek each other, we love each other, we delve into each other's presence. We give each other the aspect of consciousness that we have known for lifetimes and generations on this earth plane. We know that we've aspected ourselves into consciousness to allow each other to come together in this way, so that we may seek only divine essence within our truth, so that we may seek only divine peace within our beings, so that we may seek only the essence of all things within us that is us. I love you and I aspect myself into your consciousness of grace. I love you and I see you as the one that you are already. I love you and I seek you only as a divine being of love and light. I love you and I seek you only as a gracious, conscious energy in my earth plane. I know that when I've seen you, when I've felt you, and when I've experienced you, we've been together so many times on this earth plane, and we've sought and we've seeked and we've found and we've loved and we've known. I am allowing you to come into my experience of grace now, and I'm allowing you to become me now. I am allowing you to become my own essence as I become your own essence. I am allowing you to seek me within me as I seek you within you. I am allowing you to become me as I become you. I am allowing you to essentially feel me now. The essence of me, the truth of me, the wonderment of me, the joy of me. I am allowing you to feel me within me as we seek each other on this earth plane. I am allowing you to know me deeply within my own essence of truth. I am allowing you to aspect your consciousness into my consciousness. As we seek only divinity in all things, we are the divine essence of all things. Now, comfort me. So you go into your grace and you feel that partner within you. You go into your grace and you feel that energy of consciousness becoming the divine consciousness of all things as you aspect that divine energy of conscious divinity becoming your partner now. I am your divinity in grace. I see you and I seek you. I divine you into my own peace now. Feel your energy of grace opening to the divine consciousness of the being you are wanting. Feel the divine energy of grace opening to the aspect of consciousness that is allowing you to be fulfilled as the oneness that you are, as the partner that you're seeking. In the oneness and the truth of all things. Allow yourself to feel the energy of consciousness in the grace, in the truth, as we seek, as we know, as we feel the energy of that grace coming from that being into the energy of our grace and our being. Go deep within your being now. Close your eyes, go deep, deep, deep within your being now. Fall into the essence of your truth. Fall into the essence of your precious understanding. Fall into the essence of your divine knowing. Fall into the essence of your gracious comprehension of power to know yourself in peace. Allow yourself to feel that energy of grace within your being. Feel yourself expanding out from that grace into the energy of all things everywhere. In all things we are divine. And seek that partner within your being now. Seek that partner within your being now. Seek that divinity of truth that dwells within that divine being that you're asking for now. Allow it to become you. Allow that being to become you as you are that divine being. See the two of you becoming one essence of peace. See the two of you becoming one essence in the divine union that exists within you already. See the two of you asking each other, am I the one you have come here to meet? Am I the one you have come here to see? Am I the one you have come here to aspect your consciousness into now? Give each other the commitments of love, of generating consciousness in all things, of allowing life to be divine in every moment of every day. Give each other the commitment of knowing your own truth. Give each other the commitment of always allowing God's grace to be present within you and all things. Give each other the commitment of knowing the seeking of God's grace and of God's energy exists within you as this divine union that is now coming to play on this earth plane. See it evolving from your being, from this place of unity within your own truth. See it evolving into a play on the stage of the earth that you've created. See it evolving into a play on the stage of the earth that you've seen around you. See it evolving into a play of two divine lovers becoming one as the essence of truth in all things. See it evolving into a play of divine union as we aspect ourselves into consciousness, into grace, into truth of each other's play. See it evolving from you. See it evolving from the other being. See it coming together in a divine play of truth, love, light, joy, and peace now. See your aspect of unity consciousness becoming the greatest thing that you have ever created or ever seen. See the aspect of your divine union becoming the greatest play that you ever acted out on this earth plane. See the aspect of this divine union making oneness with all things so that we create joy, we create peace, we create unity, we create oneness, and we create divine love from this place of union with this other being. We only generate what is within our beings, which is peace and truth and love and light. We only generate the joy that is present within us to everyone we see, everyone we feel, everyone we touch, everyone that we know. Your union is the aspect of consciousness that allows light to flow through all beings. Your union is the aspect of consciousness that allows love to flow through every plant, every awakening, every awareness. Right? God's grace comes through this union and allows every being to be awake. God's light comes through this union and allows everything to know its own truth and its own divinity. God's light comes through this union and allows us to know that everything we are seeking, have ever sought, and will ever seek is the divinity within our own true beings now. We are one in consciousness and grace. We are truth. We are love. We are light. This is our creation of oneness. We accept each other as divine. We accept each other as pure. We accept each other as powerful creations on this earth plane. We accept each other as potentially awesomeness, right? Awesome expectations of grace. Now allow it to be. Now allow it to be. Now allow it into your experience today. Of all days, this is the day to allow this grace and energy of unity with your divine partner, with your divine love. This is your day to experience that grace within your being. Allow it into your experience. Allow it into your knowingness. Allow it into you feeling everything that is, ever was, and ever will be. We're seeking it today. We're knowing it within our own space of peace, and we're seeing ourselves as divine. Within this union of grace, I am that. I am all things. I am the joy, I am the peace, I am the love, I am the divinity, I am waking up. I am aware, I am conscious, and I am true, and I seek only your love. My divine love, who is the love of all things. I am consciousness, I am grace, I am truth, I am divinity, I am peace. I seek only the love of the divine union within me. I seek only the love of the conscious understanding of all things. I am that love, I am that truth, I am that peace, I am that divinity. I am divine within all things. Mesha moto inayata moto hishanakama hirakanata hirana kiutae hiranaka Hulanike Hona Ho Hirana 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 Ho Ishwarana Ho Di Harmonikai Ishwarana Himolikan Hiroko Hirana Hirarana Yuturaimu Hiranaka Hiruraimiya Hirunati Hanakulairuna Kishunayata Ikurai Harakama Hiruno Shiraimi Amutaraka Hiranai Hirano Hirana Hirana Hirano Hundiya Hiranoka Hiramante. Mekomate Shivakarana Kali Puta Ishamakara Iromakali Ishayanaka Umati Ishtakaranaka Umati Karamati Anakalaputu Hotaya Meshta.